Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Tiger. Sorry it's been a while since I last uploaded. Like I said, I got a bit busy over these past few weeks. I went down to see my mum and that, so I weren't really around the last couple of days. Today I've got a video, some pretty exciting news, and I'll get to that in a minute. First up, I just want to say a big thank you to all of the new subscribers and stuff. Hope you are welcomed to the channel and all that good stuff. I was actually surprised because I got a free Google Nest Mini from, from Google, should I say. I think it's something to do with the fact that I have YouTube Premium. So I was actually surprised that I got that, so I've got it all set up. And actually, if anything, I'm using it more of a speaker than anything else. But still, it's a nice little bonus, little handy piece of technology to have one of them. I've always wanted something like that in my house, so to get one for free is not a bad way to go, actually. So thank you, Google, for that. And also I got one pickup that I got from Amazon, Anna Kornikova, I think it's called Kornikova, Smash Court Tennis. Now, I normally wouldn't care about buying any sports titles on Amazon, but obviously this is a game that I had growing up, and yeah, the condition was pretty good actually. I paid like £3 for this. Yeah, and the disc is pretty much spotless, which is very surprising when it comes to PS1 games to have a spotless disc. A little crack on the case, but nothing too bad. Yeah, this game, pardon me, is actually a really good sort of party style co-op competitive tennis game. It's really fun. It reminds me a lot of like Mario Tennis, something like that. It's not a really sort of realistic tennis game. It's very sort of party style, with power-ups and special moves, and some of the courts are really cool. Like there's like a beach one, and then there's like a one when you're on a boat and stuff. And the funniest thing about this mode was bomb ball. You had like a hot potato mode where the ball is a bomb and you have to try and get your opponent to have that ball at a time. Really fun game actually. It's dirt cheap. I wouldn't normally recommend sports games, but if you're looking for something fun on the PS1, something a bit different but familiar at the same time, check this one out. It's really good. You would think right from the front cover that it's just, you know, a basic tennis game, but it's not. It's completely different. So check this one out. Very sort of chibi style characters as well. Yeah, lots of fun to be had with this one actually. I was a bit pissed off because when they made the other Smash Court tennis games, they went for a more realistic a view, especially on the PS2. Some of the other Smash Court tennis games, it was more realistic rather than, you know, this sort of classic sort of arcadey fun style, which annoys me when companies do that. Their old games are all sort of cheesy and cartoony, and then they change it, make it more realistic. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Stick to what the game is known for. But not many people talk about this one. So there's a really cheap game. I paid like £3.50 for this, and it's all, you know, all good condition. Like, you're not going to pay more than £5 for this game, and to be honest, it's well worth the money. Definitely check it out. But that brings me to my next bit of exciting news. You guys know that I'm always on the lookout for new stuff. And today, I don't, like I said, I don't want to sort of put it out there that this is exactly what I'm getting. But there's a very high chance that my next console is on its way, and that is the Nintendo Switch. And what I wanted to do today was sort of, I'm not going to sit here and say I have got a Nintendo Switch or I haven't got one. We'll see come Christmas, and obviously if I do have one, you'll see it come Christmas. But even so, if I didn't get one for Christmas, it would still be my next console that I would get. So any money that I'd have would go out and buy one anyway. But here's the thing. When the Nintendo Switch was announced, I, for one, just didn't really see... I was kind of skeptical about it because, you know, Nintendo sort of really fucked up with the Wii U. And to me, when I first seen the Switch, I just thought it was basically what the Wii U should have been. It was just an upgraded Wii U. Obviously, that's not the case, but, you know, when it came out like 2-3 years ago, whenever it came out, I can't remember, I think about 3-4 years ago, it was very much like a lot of controversy. A lot of people just thought that it was a Wii U upgraded. Now, me personally, I don't need another HDMI console. I don't have the space. Yeah, it's not a very big thing to have when you've got it in dock. But even so, the mannerisms of the Switch was, it was a very party orientated console when it first came out. Had a lot of accessibility about it. You know, you had the Joy-Cons, you had two of them, so you could play two players, one with a tiny little Joy-Con, had motion control support, and then obviously it had, you know, you could attach them to a controller, and of course you could play it in handheld mode. And I'm going to get to the handheld stuff in a minute. But as a console, it just looked to me like it was just Nintendo experimenting again. They weren't really sort of going to make it into a serious console. It just, when it first came out, to me, it just seemed like another experiment, another sort of, you know, you had the Wii and then the Wii U and then the DS, and it was all experimental. There wasn't really a classic Nintendo console, you know, that since the GameCube. We haven't had a classic, controller only, controller console. And that's why I didn't bother with the Switch on first release. And not only that, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not the biggest Nintendo fan when it comes to Nintendo's own games. I've got nothing against them, don't get me wrong. They're some of the best games ever made, you know, Mario, Zelda, all that good stuff. It's just me personally, I never really grew up with those sort of games. I had a fair share of Mario games, loved Mario Party, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, all of that good stuff. And of course, Zelda is one of the best series of all time. Even if you don't like it, you still got to respect how big and how influential that game is. You know, that's the thing with me. Just because I don't particularly play a game or may not enjoy the game doesn't mean that I don't respect how, you know, same thing with Final Fantasy. I don't play Final Fantasy. I've never played a Final Fantasy, but I still respect Final Fantasy, and that's the true mark of a good gamer. I hear, at least someone who respects a console or a game or something like that. And obviously, I'm a collector as well, so I've got to have them all, whether good or bad, of course. But here's the thing. Again, just didn't appeal to me because other than Smash Bros, there was nothing on the Switch in year one that really appealed to me. You know, because only Smash Bros and maybe Mario Kart again was only the two sort of things that I kind of like. You know, this is, you know. And I've only really played Smash Bros and Mario Odyssey on the Switch. I have given them a go, and my brother's got one, so I tried his one out. And Smash Bros was great, as always. Smash Bros is always a great game. But again, it just didn't come around to getting it. And I've already mentioned before that in years 2 to 3 is where a console really gains its popularity, because that's when most games are released for it. There's a lot of games for it, and the Switch now has, you know, well over 1,000 games, maybe over 2,000 if you include like digital only games as well. And to be honest, I was looking at the Switch completely wrong. Now, Nintendo not long just released the Switch Lite, which is the handheld only version of the Switch, which more than likely is the one that I'll probably get. And for obvious reasons, of course. Like I said, while it is cool to be able to play it on the TV, for me personally, if I'm going to play a console on the TV, it's going to be either PS4 or the Xbox One, or, you know, PS2 or something. I don't need another console plugged to the TV, especially when a lot of the Switch games that aren't, you know, first party or exclusive games are ports. So there's no point me playing Skyrim on Nintendo Switch on the TV when I can just play it on PS4. And obviously it's still a better version on the PS4, the Xbox One, better graphics, blah, 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 better running rate, all that good stuff. But I was looking at that all wrong. Now the handheld side of things is where the Switch has started to really grow on me. And that's why I want a Switch, or would like a Switch, or hopefully I'm going to get a Switch. We'll see. But here's the thing. A lot of people are skeptical when it comes to handhelds because, you know, throughout history, handheld is a good thing because you can play games on the go. But the only problem with handhelds is the games often are sort of a lot, nowhere near as good as the console version. So like when you had the PSP, the games were more like PS2 games rather than PS3. The PS3 was better than the PSP. But obviously, and again, the Game Boy was black and white, the NES, you know, was the better version, and so forth, you know. the Game Boy Advance was more like a Super Nintendo, and the GameCube was obviously better. The console is always going to be better than the handheld. That much is true. And again, like with the DS and the 3DS, I just didn't really get into the 3DS that much, and the DS had one, played some games on it, just never really got into it. Like I said, the Vita, and I like the Vita because the Vita doesn't really sacrifice too much in its games. A lot of the games are really good ports of PS4 games in some cases, and of course earlier games were PS3 games, and now it's more PS4. But the thing is, with the Switch, here's the thing. While, yes, it does have its fair share of, first-party games and some really good ones, out there now. Luigi's Mansion is a really good one. Smash Bros, all of those good stuff. A lot of the ports that come out to the Switch, because obviously how it worked is that when a game was developed for the Switch, it had to be developed for both the TV and handheld version. And some companies did it really well, integrated it really well, whereas other companies and other games didn't do it as well. The handheld version would often be a lot. When you play it in handheld, it would have some issues. One of them that I'm aware of was WWE 18. Didn't even know that was on the Switch. I haven't seen any other WWE games on the Switch, but I know that game suffered a lot on the Switch, especially in handheld. Don't know so much about the TV version of it, but on handheld it suffered because obviously people didn't really know how the technology worked, how to integrate it from TV to handheld, TV to handheld. Now, the Switch Lite doesn't allow you to plug it into your TV, and of course I don't think you can use motion controls because the controller is basically on the Switch. So just be aware of that if you are looking to get a Switch. The Switch Lite is dedicated to handheld only, and to be honest, that appeals more to me because, like I said, the Switch ports on handheld look and play, for the most part, fantastically. And like I said, you don't get any level that you can see of downgrading. To be able to play Skyrim on the go with, you're playing it, on your hands, and what you're playing is a very, very good version of Skyrim without sacrificing not, nearly enough. You won't notice it on the handheld. On the TV, you might notice it if you compare it to PS4 or Xbox, of course. But when you're playing on handheld, even The Witcher 3, for example, to be able to play AAA title games, console level games on handheld has been something that hasn't been done throughout history. Like I said, there's always some sort of downgrade when it comes to handheld over console version. Like I said, the Vita doesn't do it that bad either. But the Switch does it fantastically. I've heard really good things about the Switch. And like I said, when I played a bit of Mario Odyssey on the handheld, it looked amazing. It played fantastically. There was no lag, no anything really. So I that is why I'm really excited to and really want a Switch nowadays, is because to be able to play, play like Skyrim like this, or like on a handheld, it's a tablet but similar thing, right? It's kind of like what the Wii U was trying to do, but the Wii U didn't do it very well. So now to be able to play pretty much anything on the go is great. And that brings me to sort of what games am I hoping to get, and which ones I'm sort of the top of my list. Smash Bros is obviously definitely up there because I love Smash Bros. I've played all of the Smash Bros games. The Wii U Smash Bros, in my opinion, was a big disappointment for one reason: no campaign. Smash Bros Ultimate has a campaign, so big thumbs up there. I think the 3DS version of Smash Bros, the Smash Bros Wii U version, actually did have a campaign of sorts. So I don't know why the console version didn't have a campaign. I don't know, but to be able to play Smash Bros on the go and have a campaign, that to me appeals to me really good, because I loved the campaign on Smash Bros Brawl. Like, it was one of my favourite Wii titles of all time. Another game that sort of sticks out to me is actually the the Mario Rabbids Invasion game, because I think that's what it's called, I might be wrong, but I've always wanted to try like an XCOM style game, but what stopped me from trying games like XCOM was I prefer tactic based turn-based strategy to like the Final Fantasy turn-based strategy. But to be honest, I weren't really. I've always wanted to try something like XCOM because I kind of like the idea of planning your attacks and taking your time and thinking strategically. But XCOM has kind of a harder level of learning curve to it, and is a lot more kind of like hardcore. Whereas the Mario Rabbids game is very similar to XCOM in its gameplay, but it seems like a lot more user friendly. Of course, it's aimed towards younger people, but still fans of kind of grid based combat and tactics combat can still get a lot of fun out of that, and I've heard good things about it. So that one's actually up there. When I first seen it, I was kind of like, but now that I've actually thought about it, I kind of really want to try that one. Next one is kind of obvious, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Big Marvel fan, loved Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 back in the day. Waiting a long time for 3 to come out, and then when 3 was going to be a Switch exclusive, it's kind of like, I have to have the Switch now because, yeah, I know the game isn't, some people say it's not as good as the older ones, but what can you say? Still, I kind of like, I do actually like this new style of it because you had the original one and then the second one was kind of more of a realistic look, whereas this one is much more cartoony. It kind of reminds me of like Disney Infinity style, and the characters have their classic look to them, like so you know, that's what I really like about that game. That's why I'm looking forward to that one, so I could definitely see myself even buying the season pass for that. Next one, I kind of was on the fence of either Skyrim or The Witcher 3, and I chose Skyrim over The Witcher 3 because I'm still playing The Witcher 3 on PS4, and because obviously I haven't beaten The Witcher 3 on PS4, there would be no point me being able to play it on handheld. No, I know some people kind of like, yeah, we can play it on the go. That's the whole point of it, right? And don't get me wrong, The Witcher 3 on handheld, it's like, wow, that's amazing, right? One of the best games of all time on the go without sacrificing almost nothing. It is fantastic, don't get me wrong. But because I haven't played The Witcher 3, I'm still playing The Witcher 3, and because it ain't been like 5 months or something since I the last played it or something like that, there would be no point me getting it on the Switch now and playing it again, kind of thing. Yeah, there's some changes that I could do, but I think Skyrim offers a lot more open-endedness than The Witcher does. I'm not saying The Witcher 3 doesn't have open-ended, it fucking does. But Skyrim for me is a great game because every time you play it, you really can sort of have a different experience each time. Different character, class, different, race and all that stuff. So, and obviously I haven't played Skyrim since the Xbox One version. And the last time I played that was about 6-7 months ago. So Skyrim would be better for me. And I love Skyrim, so playing it on the go would be amazing, right? I was on the fence about Legend of Zelda because, like I said, I haven't played a Legend of the Zelda game since the Game Boy Advance one, and I can't even remember which one it was. It was either Link to the Past or Minish Cap. It was one or the other. I can't remember. It was played it years ago, and I prefer the top-down style of Zelda to the third person, like Ocarina of Time, Zelda. So if I had to choose between Link to the Past or Breath of the Wild, I'd probably choose Link to the Past first. I'm not saying that I wouldn't play Breath of the Wild. It's a must-play game. I've heard really good things about it. Game of the year for a reason, right? But to be able to play a top-down Zelda game on handheld, to me seems that's what Zelda was on handheld. It was that top-down thing. And it would be a good chance for me to play a Zelda game all the way through and see if I like it, see if it was, I probably will like it, don't get me wrong, but to sort of get that classic Zelda experience, and then it will give me a good chance to go on to Breath of the Wild, try that kind of Zelda game out, and then possibly hunt down the other ones. I know that Nintendo Switch does have a bunch of digital games and a bunch of I think it has older systems on there as well, so NES, Super Nintendo, and things like that. So if I want to know, I'm not too sure, I haven't done some research on it, so if you know and have a Switch, what other Nintendo games can you get on the Switch other than just Switch games? I know Super Nintendo is on there, But how does it work? Do you need to subscribe? Is it a monthly thing? Or do you have to buy each individual game? Do you need to get emulators? Let me know in the comments below. I'll find out when I do eventually get one. I could do some research myself, but let me know in the comments. So if that's the case, it would be great to play like Super Nintendo games. I know you can get Super Nintendo and NES, no problem, but if there's N64 and even GameCube games, that'd be amazing. If GameCube had Gotcha Force on the store, you know, that'd be like a day one purchase for me to play Gotcha Force on the go. Not that it probably would be on there because it's one of the rarest GameCube games out there and not many people had it, but that I would be very, very happy with that, to be honest. Again, you know, I'm missing out on games like Mario Kart again. You've got to have Mario Kart. So, and yeah, there's some Mario games, of course. But like I said, I've never really been the biggest fan of Mario games. Don't hate them or anything like that. I've just never really played a lot of them. So Luigi's Mansion 3 does look pretty good, I will say. I've been watching Dashi play it, so maybe get Luigi's Mansion 3 at some point. Now, the next thing is ports. Am I gonna go out and buy ports for the Nintendo Switch? Is the Nintendo Switch gonna be sort of my am I gonna switch over from, you know, like I did with Xbox One to PS4, where I got everything on PS4 and Xbox One was sort of like, yeah, occasionally I'll buy an exclusive game to it. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out a few months down the line, but I can definitely see myself getting a lot of these ports on the Nintendo Switch of games that I may or may not have played before. So yeah, and things like Doom and Wolfenstein, you know, the New Order and stuff. I wouldn't mind playing it on handheld, playing it on the Switch again. So I wouldn't mind doing that. But to be honest, I'll probably try and get some of the more exclusive games and some of the more Nintendo Switch branded games before I go and buy ports. Not saying that I'm going to get any ports, I probably will. But like I said, the Switch handheld appeals to me more because, like I said, I don't have as much time to play games on console unless my son's in bed. Occasionally I can go on the Xbox One downstairs, but again, it's not ideal. So to be able to play the Switch on the go and sit on the sofa and play it and, you know, let him get on with what he's doing appeals more to me. And of course, then I've got something to take down to my mum's and play when I'm at my mum's and stuff like that. And if ever I'm on a train journey or something like that, you know, go on holiday or something. So that's why the handheld appeals to me. I normally don't care about handhelds that much. I normally get a handheld when I see it for a good price. So the Switch is something that's really started to grow on me. I'm kind of excited. If I have got one, I'm very excited. You'll find out Christmas Day. I might do like a little Christmas Day video, show off what I've got and stuff like that, some of the cool stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Let me know in the comments below if there's any Switch games which are games that I need to have, which ones I should buy, whether they're digital, older, you know, previous Nintendo consoles that you can get on the Switch, and some of the better ones. I've looked on Amazon, there's some great limited edition Switch games, even though the game might not be great, like an Asterix game and Toki and stuff like that, even though the game might not be amazing, but to have some more limited editions is always a bonus. But yeah, I think my next video I'm going to talk about what's going to happen in the new year, try and give you guys some plans in place and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed today's little video, feel free to leave a like and comment below. Let me know all about the Switch. Have you got one? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it as great as everyone says it is? What are some of the best things about it? Maybe tell me some of the problems about it. Not that I really listen to the problems. I'll judge for myself. Let me know what games are worth having. Oh, Astral Chain, I almost forgot. Yeah, Astral Chain is one that I do want to try out because that looks pretty awesome. And of course JRPGs and things as a collector. So yeah, I forgot. Yeah, as a collector, and a new console to collect for is always a great thing. And of course, follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Mixer. I will be streaming tonight on Mixer about 7 o'clock. I will probably be jumping into the World War Z Horde mode update. So follow me on Mixer at the Mad Kiger, and of course Twitter and Instagram at the Mad Kiger everywhere. And subscribe if you haven't already, and join the family. And as always, have a nice day. Hope you have a good Christmas. If I don't speak to you before then, I probably will, but hope you have a good Christmas, get all your Christmas shopping done. Let me know how everything's going, what you're looking forward to getting, what you want, what would you like, blah, blah, blah. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.